Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I showed you a very simple yet low maintenance smoky eye. I usually like doing this look when I'm gonna go out for a special occasion or just when I want to dress up a little bit more. My eye look is mainly maroon and pink colors, and in this video I also show you how I achieve my daily face makeup. So if you're interested, keep watching. To begin, I put on a headband to keep my hair out of my face, and then I use the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Control Moisturizer. I put about 3 pumps on my hand, and then I evenly distribute it all over my face, making sure to massage it into the areas that have bigger pores. Then I use the Professional face primer. I put maybe about a pea-sized amount and just put it on the areas that have bigger pores as well, and then I just massage it into the rest of my face. I decided to leave my brow routine out of this video just because it takes way too long, so let's get into the foundation. I used the Revlon Color Stay foundation in the shade 130. I applied 3 pumps onto my hand and then I just dot it all over my face. You'll notice that I keep looking off to the side in this video, and that's because I was watching Parks and Rec while doing my makeup. So once all of the foundation is evenly on my face, I just take my Morphe Beauty Blender and I beat my face, and I do this multiple times just to ensure that there are no harsh lines and so that I have a solid application of foundation. You will notice that I do also blend the foundation onto my eyelids because my eyelids are a lot darker than the rest of my face, so I just want to make sure that I make that an even color as well before I apply my eyeshadow. Next, I take my Morphe concealer in the shade Honey. This is actually very cheap. It's only, I think, $6.99, and it is a really good formula. It blends really well, and it's a full coverage concealer. I typically apply concealer under my eyes in a triangle shape. I also apply it down the bridge of my nose and under where I would usually put my contour, just because I have hyperpigmentation on the sides of my cheeks, so I want to kind of cover that up. And then again, I just go in with my beauty blender and blend that in. I forgot to mention earlier that I use my blender damp, so every time I'm about to use it, I'll go and wash it with soap and water and squeeze it out, and then I'll make sure that it's not completely dry once I start using it, because your foundation and your concealer will blend better when the beauty blender is damp. Now, I typically don't use this every day, but when I want my under eyes to look a little bit more brighter, I'll take the LA Girl concealer in the shade Creamy Beige and apply that right where my dark circles are, I guess, the darkest, and then just blend it in again with the Beauty Blender. To set my face, I'm going to take the Airspun Translucent Powder, and with my damp Beauty Blender, I'm going to apply that heavily under my eyes. I'm also going to apply it all over my nose because of how oily it gets, as well as under my jawline and on the sides of my mouth. Next, I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then immediately set them with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. You don't have to take this extra step, but because my eyelids get very oily, I do this just to ensure that they stay matte all day. I'm going to start with my Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to use the shade Limit right there as my transition color for my darker shades. So I'm just going to apply that into the crease and then blend it out above the crease as well. dark crease color, I'm going to go into the Tarte's Pro palette, and I'm going to take that maroon with a more dense fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply that into my crease, slowly working it up. So I'm going to take a little bit at a time and blend it into the crease until I can build it up enough to where I'm satisfied with it. I don't want it to be too dark because, again, this is a low maintenance smoky eye. For my all over lid color, I'm going to take this light pink color, and with a flat shader brush, I'm going to apply it all over my lid. I usually do one application and then I go back and I apply it one more time just so that the color is very pigmented. Then I'm going to go into my Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. All of these shades are shimmery shades, so I'm going to use that first pink one and apply it with my finger onto my lid. Doing so will make the color look more pigmented and shimmery. I'm going to take my brush with no product on it and I'm just going to blend that all together just to make sure there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going to go in with Limit again and just blend out the outside of the crease just to make it have a more softer look. For a brow bone highlight, I am taking the shade Strange from the Naked 3 palette, and with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to just apply that under my eyebrows. Now I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and just wipe away all of that translucent powder. Then I'm going to go into my Lorac Pro Contour palette. I'm going to take the medium contour and just apply that with a small fluffy brush onto the sides of my cheeks. For my temples, I am going to take a little bit bigger of a brush and I'm going to dip into that light contour. And then I'm going to take a powder and I'm going to set the rest of my face. I do this because my face does get very oily throughout the day. Now I'm taking my blush brush and I am using the shade Coral Crush from Sephora, and I'm just applying this on the apples of my cheeks and blending it in with my contour as well. To clean up my contour, I like to take the banana shade in the contour palette and use an angled brush to just clean up that line and make my contour a little more sharp. I also like to take a smaller fluffy brush and use that same banana powder under my eyes to kind of give it a little bit more of a highlight. Now I'm dipping my finger into the highlight shade of that same palette and I'm just going to apply it on the tops of my cheeks and blend it in. I also take a brush just to blend it in a little bit more. So then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black Linear Intense Felt Tip Liquid Eyeliner. For this look, I wanted to draw a pretty thin wing. I usually go over the top of my wings, but it was a low maintenance smoky eye, so I wanted to just do a small flick and then a very, very thin line on my lid. make sure my wing is very sharp, I like to take my concealer brush with a little bit of concealer on it and just clean up that line. Then I curl my eyelashes and then I apply two different mascaras. The first one I like to apply is the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express mascara. This one is, I believe, the blackest shade they have. Before my eyelashes dry, I like to put the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I like to use this one because the wand helps my eyelashes spread out more so that they're not so clumped together like the Colossal makes them. And then I just take the CoverGirl mascara and apply it to my bottom lashes. Now for my lips, I'm going to take the Sephora Waterproof Lip Liner in the shade Rose and line them as well as fill in most of the lips. And then I am taking the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Tool and applying that all over. And finally, I set my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray for oil control.